Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Easy English Slowly. I'm Lily. Today, you will learn 50 easy sentences about your day. You can use these sentences in real life, in class, at work, in a message, with a friend, or alone in your room for speaking practice. Maybe someone asks you, "How was your day?" and you want to answer, but you only say, "Good," or "Fine." Today, we will make your answer longer, but still easy. You will learn how to talk about the start of your day, your work, school, or home time, small moments in the day, your evening, and how your day felt. We will practice slowly. I will say one sentence. I will explain it simply. I will give you a real-life situation. Then you will repeat after me. Let's start with 5 useful sentences. Repeat after me. My day started slowly. I had a lot to do today. I needed a short break. My evening was quiet. Today was simple but nice. These are simple sentences, but they help you talk about your real life. Now let's begin. Part 1. Start your day. In this part, we will talk about the beginning of your day. You do not need difficult English. You only need clear, simple sentences. Sentence 1. My day started early. This means your day began early in the morning. You can say this when you had to begin your day before other people. For example, my day started early, so I moved slowly at first. Repeat after me. My day started early. Sentence 2. I stayed in bed for one more minute. This means you were awake, but you did not get up right away. This is a very real morning sentence. For example, I stayed in bed for one more minute because I needed a little time. Repeat. I stayed in bed for one more minute. Sentence 3. I looked at the time. This is simple and natural. Maybe you looked at a clock. Maybe you looked at your phone. For example, I looked at the time and knew I had to start moving. Repeat. I looked at the time. Sentence 4. I got ready without rushing. This means you prepared calmly. You were not in a hurry. For example, I got ready without rushing because the morning was calm. Repeat. I got ready without rushing. Sentence 5. I had something small in the morning. This means you ate or drank something light. Maybe fruit. Maybe bread. Maybe tea. For example, I had something small in the morning because I was not very hungry. Repeat. I had something small in the morning. Sentence 6. I made my space a little cleaner. This means you cleaned a small area. Maybe your desk. Maybe your bed. Maybe your room. For example, I made my space a little cleaner before I started working. Repeat. I made my space a little cleaner. Sentence 7. I went outside for a few minutes. This means you left your room or home for a short time. Maybe you wanted fresh air. Maybe you just needed to move. For example, I went outside for a few minutes and the air felt fresh. Repeat. I went outside for a few minutes. Sentence 8. I felt ready to begin. This means your body and mind were ready. For example, after a slow morning, I felt ready to begin. Repeat. I felt ready to begin. Now imagine this small morning. You open your eyes. You stay in bed for one more minute. You look at the time. Then you get ready without rushing. That is already English about your real life. Quick review. Repeat these morning sentences. My day started early. I looked at the time. I got ready without rushing. I had something small in the morning. I felt ready to begin. Nice work. Now let's move to the middle of the day. Part 2. Work, school, or home. Your day may be different from someone else's day. Maybe you work. Maybe you study. Maybe you stay home. Maybe you take care of family. Maybe you do many small things. All of these are real life. Sentence 9. I spent the morning at my desk. You can use this if you worked, studied, or used a computer. For example, I spent the morning at my desk and tried to stay focused. Repeat after me. I spent the morning at my desk. Sentence 10. I joined a lesson online. This is useful for students and English learners. It means you had a class or lesson on your phone or computer. For example, I joined a lesson online and listened carefully. Repeat. I joined a lesson online. Sentence 11. I focused on one important thing. This means you gave your attention to one task. For example, I focused on one important thing before I took a break. Repeat. I focused on one important thing. Sentence 12. I helped someone at home. This is useful if your day included family or home life. For example, I helped someone at home and then came back to my own work. Repeat. I helped someone at home. Sentence 13. I looked at a screen for a long time. This is common now. Many people use phones, computers, or tablets during the day. For example, I looked at a screen for a long time, so my eyes felt tired. Repeat. I looked at a screen for a long time. Sentence 14. I wrote down a few notes. This means you made short notes. Maybe for work. Maybe for class. Maybe for yourself. For example, I wrote down a few notes so I would not forget. Repeat. I wrote down a few notes. Sentence 15. I finished one small task. This is a simple but powerful sentence. You can use it when you did not finish everything, but you finished something. For example, I finished one small task, and that made me feel better. Repeat. I finished one small task. Sentence 16. I had a quiet moment before lunch. This means you had a short, peaceful time. For example, I had a quiet moment before lunch and took a deep breath. Repeat. I had a quiet moment before lunch. Now picture this. You are at your desk. You focus on one thing. You write down a few notes. You finish one small task. Then you have a quiet moment. This is a normal day. And now you can say it in English. Quick review. I spent the morning at my desk. I focused on one important thing. I helped someone at home. I wrote down a few notes. I finished one small task. Very nice. You are not only learning daily words, you are learning how to describe your real day. Part 3. Small moments in the day. Now let's talk about small moments. Real life is not only big actions. Sometimes your day is made of small things. A short wait. A small problem. A quick message. A moment when you need rest. These are useful things to talk about. Sentence 17. I waited for a while. This means you had to wait. Maybe for a person. Maybe for a message. Maybe for something to start. For example, I waited for a while, but it was okay. Repeat after me. I waited for a while. Sentence 18. I needed a little more time. This is useful when something took longer than you expected. For example, I needed a little more time to finish what I was doing. Repeat. I needed a little more time. Sentence 19. I sent a quick message. This means you wrote a short message to someone. For example, I sent a quick message during my break. Repeat. I sent a quick message. Sentence 20. I forgot one small thing. This is a natural daily sentence. It means you forgot something, but it was not a big problem. For example, I forgot one small thing, but I fixed it later. Repeat. I forgot one small thing. Sentence 21. I changed my plan a little. This means your day did not go exactly as planned. For example, I changed my plan a little because I felt tired. Repeat. I changed my plan a little. Sentence 22. I took a short walk. This means you walked for a little time. For example, I took a short walk to clear my head. Repeat. I took a short walk. Sentence 23. I had a simple lunch. This means your lunch was not special or big. For example, I had a simple lunch and went back to my day. Repeat. I had a simple lunch. Sentence 24. I gave myself a small break. This means you allowed yourself to rest. For example, I gave myself a small break after a busy morning. Repeat. I gave myself a small break. Sentence 25. I felt better after resting. This is useful when rest helped you. For example, I felt better after resting for 10 minutes. Repeat. I felt better after resting. Sentence 26. I did one thing at a time. This means you did not try to do everything together. For example, I did one thing at a time, and the day felt easier. Repeat. I did one thing at a time. Here is a small real-life picture. Maybe your day becomes messy. You wait for something. You send one quick message. You change your plan. Then you take a short walk. Nothing big happened, but you still have English to describe it. Quick review. I waited for a while. I needed a little more time. I sent a quick message. I changed my plan a little. I did one thing at a time. Good work! These sentences help your English sound more human. Not perfect and human, real. Part 4. Evening and rest. Now let's talk about the evening. Evening English is very useful. People often ask, what do you do after work? What do you do at night? How was your evening? Let's practice simple answers. Sentence 27. I came back home and felt calm. You can use this when you returned home or came back to a calm place. For example, after a long day, I came back home and felt calm. Repeat after me. I came back home and felt calm. Sentence 28. I put my things away. This means you placed your bag, keys, phone, or clothes in the right place. For example, I put my things away before I sat down. Repeat. I put my things away. Sentence 29. I kept my evening simple. This means you did not do too much. For example, I kept my evening simple because I was tired. Repeat. I kept my evening simple. Sentence 30. I ate something warm. This is useful for talking about food without giving many details. For example, I ate something warm and felt comfortable. Repeat. I ate something warm. Sentence 31. I had some quiet time. This means you had peaceful time without too much noise or talking. For example, I had some quiet time and felt more relaxed. Repeat. I had some quiet time. Sentence 32. I cleaned up a little. This means you did a small amount of cleaning. For example, I cleaned up a little before I rested. Repeat. I cleaned up a little. Sentence 33. I slowed down in the evening. This means your body and mind became calmer. For example, I slowed down in the evening and stopped checking my phone. Repeat. I slowed down in the evening. Sentence 34. I got a few things ready for tomorrow. This means you prepared something for the next day. For example, I got a few things ready for tomorrow before bed. Repeat. I got a few things ready for tomorrow. Sentence 35. I ended the day quietly. This means your day finished in a calm way. For example, I ended the day quietly and felt thankful. Repeat. I ended the day quietly. Now imagine the evening. You come back home. You put your things away. You eat something warm. You have some quiet time. Then you get a few things ready for tomorrow. This is a simple evening. And simple English is enough. Quick review. I came back home and felt calm. I kept my evening simple. I ate something warm. I had some quiet time. I ended the day quietly. Very good. Part 5. How your day felt. Now let's talk about feelings. When you talk about your day, you can say what happened. But you can also say how it felt. This makes your English more natural. Sentence 36. My day felt longer than usual. This means the day felt very long. For example, my day felt longer than usual because I had many things to do. Repeat after me. My day felt longer than usual. Sentence 37. My day was calm in the beginning. This means the first part of your day was peaceful. For example, my day was calm in the beginning, but later it became busy. Repeat. My day was calm in the beginning. Sentence 38. I felt a little slow today. This means your energy was low. For example, I felt a little slow today, so I did not push myself too hard. Repeat. I felt a little slow today. Sentence 39. I felt proud of one small thing. This means you felt happy because you finished or tried something. For example, I felt proud of one small thing I finished today. Repeat. I felt proud of one small thing. Sentence 40. The day was not perfect, but it was okay. This is a very useful sentence. Real life is not always perfect. For example, the day was not perfect, but it was okay. Repeat. The day was not perfect, but it was okay. Sentence 41. I had more energy later in the day. This means you felt better after some time. For example, I had more energy later in the day after I rested. Repeat. I had more energy later in the day. Sentence 42. I felt busy but not stressed. This means you had many things to do, but you were still okay. For example, I felt busy but not stressed, so the day was fine. Repeat. I felt busy but not stressed. Sentence 43. I needed a quiet evening. This means you wanted peace after the day. For example, I needed a quiet evening after talking to many people. Repeat. I needed a quiet evening. Sentence 44. I was glad when the day slowed down. This means you felt happy when things became calmer. For example, I was glad when the day slowed down at night. Repeat. I was glad when the day slowed down. Sentence 45. Today gave me something to learn. This means something happened and you learned from it. For example, today gave me something to learn even though it was not easy. Repeat. Today gave me something to learn. Here is the important point. You can talk about actions, and you can talk about feelings. For example, I finished one small task. That is an action. I felt proud of one small thing. That is a feeling. Together, they make your English more complete. Quick review. My day felt longer than usual. I felt a little slow today. I felt proud of one small thing. The day was not perfect, but it was okay. I needed a quiet evening. Excellent. Now you can talk about your actions and your feelings. That is real communication. Part 6. Build a short answer. Now let's use these sentences to build short answers. When someone asks, "How was your day?" You do not need a long story. You can say 3 or 4 simple sentences. Listen first. Answer 1. A normal day. My day was simple. I focused on one important thing. I gave myself a small break. In the evening, I slowed down and rested. Now repeat after me. My day was simple. I focused on one important thing. I gave myself a small break. In the evening, I slowed down and rested. Answer 2. A busy day. My day felt longer than usual. I had a lot to do. I did one thing at a time. The day was not perfect, but it was okay. Repeat. My day felt longer than usual. I had a lot to do. I did one thing at a time. The day was not perfect, but it was okay. Answer 3. A quiet day. My day started slowly. I had some quiet time. I finished one small task. I ended the day quietly. Repeat. My day started slowly. I had some quiet time. I finished one small task. I ended the day quietly. This is how you build an answer. Not one word. Not too long. Just simple sentences about your real life. Part 7. Mini conversation practice. Now let's practice real questions and answers. Conversation 1. Question. How was your day? Answer. It was simple, but nice. I finished one small task. Repeat the answer. It was simple, but nice. I finished one small task. Conversation 2. Question. What did you do today? Answer. I focused on one important thing and took a short walk. Repeat. I focused on one important thing and took a short walk. Conversation 3. Question. Did you have a busy day? Answer. Yes, a little, but I did one thing at a time. Repeat. Yes, a little, but I did one thing at a time. Conversation 4. Question. What did you do in the evening? Answer. I kept my evening simple and had some quiet time. Repeat. I kept my evening simple and had some quiet time. Now listen to a full mini conversation. Person A. How was your day? Person B. It was busy, but not bad. Person A. What did you do? Person B. I focused on one important thing. Then I took a short break. Person A. That sounds good. Person B. Yes. In the evening, I slowed down and rested. Now repeat the full answer. It was busy, but not bad. I focused on one important thing. Then I took a short break. In the evening, I slowed down and rested. Good work. Part 8. Guided speaking. Now it is your turn. Answer out loud. Use short sentences. Do not worry about mistakes. Question 1. How did your day start? You can say, my day started early. Or, my day started slowly. Now answer. Question 2. What did you do in the middle of the day? You can say, I focused on one important thing. Or, I finished one small task. Now answer. Question 3. Did anything small happen today? You can say, I forgot one small thing. Or, I changed my plan a little. Now answer. Question 4. How did your day feel? You can say, my day felt longer than usual. Or, the day was not perfect, but it was okay. Now answer. Question 5. Can you say 3 sentences about your day? Try this pattern. My day started. In the middle of the day, I. In the evening, I. Now answer out loud. Very nice. You are speaking about your real life. That is powerful. Part 9. Final review. Let's review some useful sentences from today. Repeat after me. My day started early. I got ready without rushing. I focused on one important thing. I finished one small task. I needed a little more time. I gave myself a small break. I had some quiet time. The day was not perfect, but it was okay. I needed a quiet evening. I ended the day quietly. Excellent. Now say this short answer with me. My day was simple but good. I finished one small task. I gave myself a short break. In the evening, I rested. Repeat. My day was simple but good. I finished one small task. I gave myself a short break. In the evening, I rested. Part 10. Today's small task. Today's small task is simple. Choose 3 sentences from this lesson. For example, I focused on one important thing. I gave myself a small break. The day was not perfect, but it was okay. Say them out loud. Then make one short answer about your real day. You can say, today I focused on one important thing. I gave myself a small break. The day was not perfect, but it was okay. That is enough. You do not need perfect English. You need real English. Simple English about your real life. Thank you for practicing with me today. If this lesson helped you, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with another English learner. This is Easy English Slowly. I'm Lily. Keep listening. Keep repeating. Keep speaking. And I will see you in the next episode.